Hello you guys, and welcome to Mr. and Mrs. Social Studies. My name is Sarah and it is officially the last day of school here. There's a lot of work that I've been doing to my classroom to pack things up for the year. I'll just do a quick pan. I cannot believe it's already the last day. Now, with it being the last day, and also from the title of this video, I did want to share that I will not be returning to the classroom next year. I'm having a slight change of plans that I want to talk about. So obviously I've been not just packing up for the end of the year, but also packing up just to remove some of my items from the classroom and get it ready for the next teacher. Actually, it's really cool. One of my best friends from the school wanted to have this room after I told her that I was going to not be teaching here next year. And so she's been getting things set up, and I already love what she's doing with it. It's looking so amazing in here. Really just stepping up the game. But anyway, let's chat. So as I just mentioned, I am taking a break from teaching. Now, I did recently share this information on my main YouTube channel, Abundantly Minimal, and I wanted to share it here as well. To be honest, I wasn't initially planning on taking a break from teaching. I was thinking I would wait until later on when I was pregnant and just doing the stay-at-home mom thing for a while, kind of an extended maternity leave. And I'm not pregnant, but one of the most unexpected things this year was that both of the companies that I run, Mr. and Mrs. Social Studies being one of them, as well as Abundantly Minimal, grew so much this year, and I just feel so privileged that that happened, so lucky, and it made it to the point where it just made the most sense. I was struggling to keep up with all of my responsibilities, just struggling to balance everything. There were definitely moments where I felt like I wasn't being the best teacher and I wasn't the best person in both of my businesses to be able to, reach the most people and help the most people. And it was frustrating to know that I wasn't able to give my all to my students at times because there was so much else going on that I was struggling to keep up with, and it did require a lot of work on nights and weekends to balance everything. So I did decide, just the way things were growing, it did make the most sense. I know this YouTube channel hasn't been very active, and just I think that reflects about how crazy the year has been. But the other YouTube channel has grown tremendously, as well as I've had the privilege of creating an online course, and I have an amazing group of online students, about 85 students in my class online that I teach, and that has been such a meaningful process as well. And I think it's just kind of that natural point. I also am leaving teaching this year because I want to have more of an impact, not only with my Abundantly Minimal company and reaching out to more people on YouTube or with online courses and other areas, but also with teaching as well. I know you've heard me talk a lot about why I think Teachers Pay Teachers is amazing, not only from a teacher perspective for getting resources, but also if you're interested in selling your resources on there. It really is such an amazing opportunity. And I've been so lucky this year to see my sales double or triple every month on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I've got actually a waiting list of products of over 250 that I've just struggled to find the time with. And I just think one of the coolest parts is, we can often focus on helping students, but if we are able to help teachers, they then are just much better equipped to be able to help their own students when teachers are not as stressed or frazzled or tired and exhausted. If we are able to help teachers get in a really positive place and to have the resources they need, that's going to allow them to be a much more meaningful educator. And it's crazy when you start doing the numbers on it. One of our Teachers Pay Teachers products has been downloaded over 500 times. And when I really think about the fact that there's 500 teachers who use it, maybe not everyone's using it in their classroom every year, maybe they changed up what they're doing, but maybe those teachers have 100 students, 150 students, maybe if it's elementary, maybe 30 students. But when you really think about the scope of it, it is just insane that that many people can be influenced by your work. And if you can help improve things, and if you can provide something that's engaging and relevant, that is such a powerful impact. And I love to take the ideas that are up here and actually get them out there in ways that can help teachers. Because I know myself, there have been many times where I have had really cool ideas of something to do in the classroom, but I didn't have the time to actually make it, and I couldn't find what I was looking for online. I want to be able to provide those resources. And the final layer that I am taking a break from teaching has to do with our family goals, and we are hoping to start trying to have kids in a few months here, and I'm hoping to really be able to prioritize pregnancy and spending time with future little kiddos, and not have to feel like my attention's divided other places, especially since I know I am the type of person who wants to do as much as possible, and sometimes I want to focus on helping others more than myself, and then I pay the price with a lack of sleep is probably the most likely thing that would happen, and that's just not really the best thing when you're trying to be as healthy as possible when you're pregnant or when you have someone who really depends on you. I need to make sure I'm functioning at my best. So those were kind of some of the reasons. I've been really lucky to have 5 amazing years of teaching. I have learned a ton. Wow, have I learned so much during that time. I've had the pleasure of getting to work with incredible teachers. My students have been amazing at both schools I've worked at. I've loved working with these students. It's been a lot of fun, so many fun memories coming from it and a lot of meaningful connections. And it's just been really a transformative time. And like I said, I didn't expect it to happen so quickly. I expected I'd be teaching a few more years before I shifted into this role. I do anticipate I'll be back in teaching at some point, depending on how the path of life kind of evolves, but it is something I'm pretty excited about at this point. Jake will still be teaching. With all this, I did want to kind of address what things are looking like going forward. While this could be an ironic shift to some just because I am leaving the classroom for a while, I'm hopeful that Mr. and Mrs. Social Studies, not just the Teacher Pay Teacher store or the YouTube channel or social media. I really want this to be a helpful place for teachers, especially social studies teachers, but a lot of the content can apply to any teacher, whatever grade level or subject you teach. And I do think that having more time and energy to actually put out resources that help teachers is going to be feasible. Now, between Jake and I, we have taught all the middle school social studies, not only the common subjects, but also the grade levels. So between the two of us, we've taught ancient world civilizations, we've taught geography, and we've taught early American history, as well as more modern American history. We've taught it all. We've been through it all, at least 3 years of teaching each subject between the two of us. And because of that, we've learned a lot, and we've figured out a really good set of resources that work. Last year at the start of the year, I had said I wanted to put out videos that were related to how to teach each unit, so teachers had a place they could look. And we only ever uploaded one just because that was too lofty of a goal during the school year, I ended up realizing. However, this year that's actually going to happen. I'm also really excited. There are going to be a couple weekly shows that will be happening. They'll just be one per week and they'll alternate. There's 2 topics. I'm not going to reveal that information yet. One of them will be specific to like secondary history teachers just because that is our strength. The other one is going to be more based upon teacher self-care and helping teachers have a really healthy and positive mindset. So those shows will be alternating weeks, and I'll have them both on YouTube here as well as in podcast form, so it'll be something you could listen to on your commute. There will be a lot of research and work going in, so it is a really high quality, helpful resource, but it's something I'm super excited for. So there's a lot coming up. I'm so excited about it. So of course, I'm no longer going to be a traditional classroom teacher, but I hope that I'm able to still be even more active actually within the field of education and just be teaching different groups of people instead of the students, that I'm assigned. So that's definitely what I'm looking forward to going forward. Of course, I hope you'll be interested in sticking around for that, but if not, no hard feelings as well. It's been a pleasure to have you here on Mr. and Mrs. Social Studies. Feel free to leave any questions or other thoughts below, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.